So let's start with um, talking about what is peace education. The Educational Programs Committee had really felt it was necessary for us to have a clear definition of what we mean when we say we're a peace education organization. So what we did was we did a lot of research. We looked at what other peace education organizations, how they've defined peace education. We looked at how academics and scholars and practitioners have defined peace education. And ultimately, we came up with a definition that we thought best resonated with what the scholarship says, what are best practices, what similar organizations say, and what align with who we are as an organization. So we've defined peace education as education that teaches awareness, attitude, skills, and knowledge for building and promoting peace within ourselves, our communities, and around the globe. And it prepares us to become active global citizens who understand and challenge conflict with nonviolent action. So that is our new definition of peace education. And so with that, right, then what does it mean to be an active global citizen? An active global citizen becomes involved in their community and participates in civic processes that focus on social justice and human rights. They respect themselves, others, in the natural environment, and take action for a more just and peaceful world. So both of these definitions, both the idea of peace education and active global citizenship, are really key to who we are and what we do and our approach to education. And without those clearly defined, historically, there have been times when it's difficult to really assess what is educational content, what is not educational content, what's appropriate, what's not appropriate. And so our hope is that with these terms newly defined, that they give a greater clarity on what our educational purpose and goals are moving forward. But what's really important was that we didn't invent these from scratch, but we really did the research to find out what does it mean in the big picture of international education and peace education and intercultural learning. How can we make sure that what we're doing is aligned with what's actually happening within our industry? So that's really informed these new definitions, and they are right at the foundation of what we do. So, what does it take to be an active global citizen? One of the things that we had not yet defined in CISV is what does it actually mean to be an active global citizen? And then what are the specific awareness, attitude, skills, and knowledge that we need to be effective global citizens, active global citizens? So we have defined and have now 7 new core competences that we have identified as essential to being an active global citizen. Our hope is that these competences we can use in our next steps of developing assessment tools, and I'll talk a little bit more about that when we get towards the end. And when we think about our educational programs and our educational content, at the foundation of that is our definition of peace education, our goal of building and developing active global citizens, and the competences that you see here.